to my channel. In today's video we are doing I feel like I'm at like Atlanta Battle of the Bands, but no darling, we are doing the battle of the setting powders, you guys. I have loved using my Laura Mercier loose translucent setting powder for probably 5 or so years since I started setting my makeup. But recently I acquired the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Setting Powder, which is a pressed powder. Now I have pros and cons about each. We will go through them in the review, but I noticed recently that I have to touch up my face a bit more when using the Charlotte Tilbury pressed powder, and I am super oily. So today I wanted to do a little experiment and see which powder actually lasts longer and holds up better on my skin for my super oily skin. So we're gonna be doing a wear test. I'm gonna give you guys my review. You'll see my application and all that jazz. So which powder do you think I actually liked more? Stick around to find out. Okay, you guys, so first of all, I look crazy. Let me zoom you guys. It has been a few minutes since I applied my foundation and concealer, so it has settled into the creases of my hooded lids. So I purchased the Charlotte Tilbury powder 3 weeks ago or a month ago, and I've been enjoying it, but I find that I look oily more quickly. Now, I've been using my old faithful Laura Mercier loose translucent setting powder for probably 5 or so years. I did switch up for a short period of time and try the Hourglass loose translucent setting powder, but the same thing happened. I just felt too oily. I love the way this Charlotte Tilbury pressed powder makes my skin look. It makes my skin look so just flawless and airbrushed, as the name suggests. But I just look too oily. And if you guys have been watching me for a while, you would know that I have really oily skin, specifically in the spring and the summertime. So using something like this just wouldn't be the best for my skin. So I figured today, let's do a comparison. I'm going to put the Charlotte Tilbury powder on one side of my face and the Laura Mercier powder on the opposite side. And we're gonna do a wear test throughout the day. I will be filming content to see how these two powders hold up. The nerd in me is really excited for this. This is not a double blind experiment, but darling, it will work. So let me grab my brush. This is the brush that I use to apply my setting powder. This is a Kat Von D discontinued brush, but it is the number 20 brush. Any loosely packed brush would work. The reason why I always like to use a loosely packed brush is because you don't get too much color payoff. And for a pressed powder that I'm using to set my makeup, I don't want to add too much coverage because, as you can see, I already have a nice amount of coverage. I just want to flawlessly set my makeup. So I'm going to get the product on the brush, and this is how I do my makeup. This is how I set my foundation. I'm going to do the Charlotte Tilbury on the left side of my face. And I'm gonna have to remember which side has which powder. But I really like this powder because it's finely milled. So you can't really tell that you have this powder on, which is really important to me because I do have oily skin. Anything that feels thick or heavy on my skin is a no-go. I also really like that it's not super pigmented. So this is shade number 2, which is medium, and as you can see, it's a lot lighter than my skin, but it doesn't really add too much color, so I don't feel like it makes me look too light. I really do like this powder, you guys. But I am interested to see the difference between this and the Laura Mercier. Like I said, I have tried other powders in the past and I always end up going back to my Laura Mercier. Okay, so I pretty much have the left side of my face done. Let's go on to using the Laura Mercier. Now, the number one reason why I wanted to try the Charlotte Tilbury powder was because it's pressed. I don't know about anyone else. I'm a bit OCD. I don't like getting powder everywhere, and you know, no matter how many ways you try to keep it from getting everywhere, it's just messy. So I do tap off excess. Like now I'm gonna have loose powder all over my nice robe. So this is how I apply my setting powders. Now, from first glance, I can't tell a difference. Actually, yes, I can. I look more poreless on the side with Laura Mercier. Oh, and I know I just put it on the left side of my nose. Okay. This is why I really wanted to do this video, you guys, because I like both powders, but I want to use the one that's best. I'm gonna dip back into my powder a little bit. And don't worry, I know I look like a ghost right now, but I'm gonna go back and bronze up my face. Okay, so I'm gonna try to get close to the camera. It's gonna wash me out, but I feel like I look more poreless in this area than on this side of my face where the Charlotte Tilbury powder is. I don't know if you guys can tell on camera, but in real life, there's a big difference. Now, I am gonna go back in to the other side of my face with the Charlotte Tilbury powder because maybe I'm using more of the Mercier, and I know I'm using the same brush, but it shouldn't be that much of a difference. Yeah, my pores still look a hell of a lot larger on this side. Oh my goodness, you guys, I really thought I loved this powder, but now I just don't know. Okay, so while those powders are settling into my skin, let me give you guys some specs on each of these powders. So the Mercier's Loose Translucent Setting Powder retails for $39 for 1 ounce or 29 grams. It is an oil-free loose powder with a matte finish that's lightweight, easy to apply, and blends effortlessly to set your makeup for up to 16 hours of wear. Oh my goodness, it has parabens in it. Oh my gosh. Well, now I can't love it. I have been using this powder for so many years and I did not know that it contained parabens, you guys. Oh my goodness. Parabens are ingredients that are used in makeup to help preserve the shelf life of the product, but they are kind of harmful and toxic. Parabens tend to mimic synthetic hormones in your body. I have enough hormones in my body. Oh my gosh, I'm really disappointed that this Mercier powder contains parabens. Okay. Going to the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Finish Setting Powder. So this powder retails for $45 and it features, whoa, a lot less. It is 0.28 ounces, so it's almost 1/3 of an ounce. It is a medium coverage natural finish pressed powder that's ultra finely milled to blur imperfections and visibly reduce shine. So like I said, this is a medium coverage natural powder. And let's see if it contains parabens. Hopefully it doesn't. Oh my gosh, this contains parabens as well. Now, what the hell am I gonna use on my skin now? I was not expecting this in this video. Okay, well, let's move past that because the purpose of this video was not to go through the ingredient list and be shocked and appalled. But as you guys can see, this is what my face looks like as the powder sets. Now, I do look a bit stark on camera, but this is like my actual skin tone. I am gonna go and finish the rest of my face and I will link all those products that I'm going to use down below. Right now it is 2:30. I will check back in at 3:30 and then again in 3 hours and maybe a few more hours just to see how each side wears throughout the day. I cannot believe I've been using parabens. Okay. We can get through that. So once again, I have the Charlotte Tilbury powder on the left side of my face, which is your right. And I have the Mercier powder on the right side of my face, which is your left. Okay, you guys, it has been 1 hour since I have applied this powder. So let's get closer. Get closer. If you remembered, the left side of my face features the Charlotte Tilbury and the right side features the Mercier. And I don't know if you can tell, but I see more texture on this side than on this side. Now, once again, this side features the Charlotte Tilbury and this side features the Mercier. I can definitely see in the viewfinder, and I hope you guys can as well, there's more texture right here on this side. But other than that, the two sides both look kind of oily. I have extremely oily skin, so after about 30 to 45 minutes, you can start seeing my oil show through. But both sides look pretty similar in terms of oil. So we're gonna give it another 3 hours so I can check back in and we can better see how my makeup is actually wearing, because right now, the Charlotte Tilbury looks just as good as the Laura Mercier. And if you're wondering, I have still not gotten over the fact that both products contain parabens. I'm just really not okay with that, but that's neither here nor there. This is my hour check-in. I'm definitely looking oily. If I weren't doing this versus battle of the setting powders, I would go back through with the powder and touch up my makeup, but I want you guys to actually see how my makeup is wearing and just how oily your girl is. So I will see you guys in another 3 hours. I will check back in at 6:30. Okay, you guys, I look absolutely crazy. Let me bring you guys in. Chloe, is that you? My baby gets anxiety. You wanna come up here? Whoa, be careful. Come here, say hi. Okay, well, you sit right on my lap. Just sit. So it has been 4 hours. It is 6:27, it's almost 6:30. I feel absolutely crazy. This was the hardest thing, trying not to block my oil, not touch up my face using a powder. I feel like I look insane, but I did it all for this video. So as you can remember, I have Charlotte Tilbury on this side of my face and I have Laura Mercier on this side. The one thing I will say is that my laugh lines are deeper and more visible on the side with Charlotte Tilbury. Laura Mercier wins in that aspect. I look pretty equally as oily both sides of my face. I now see my pores on each side of my face equally as much. Yeah, so I guess my hypothesis, because we are treating this as a scientific experiment because I'm a nerd, was that the Charlotte Tilbury allowed my oils to show through more quickly than the Laura Mercier. That was not significant. I didn't do a test of significance, but I didn't even need to because it wasn't true. I think I look equally as oily both sides of my face. The only difference is that the Laura Mercier didn't cause me to get the laugh line indentation that I had with the Charlotte Tilbury. So based on the fact that I've been using the Laura Mercier for 5 to 6 years and they both contain parabens, even though the Laura Mercier contains more product than the Charlotte Tilbury, but the Charlotte Tilbury is a pressed powder, so that's 1 for Charlotte Tilbury, and triple the product is 1 for Laura Mercier. I'm going to stick with Laura Mercier, so I will be returning my Charlotte Tilbury. I can't believe it, you guys. I actually liked this product, but that's my alarm. I actually like this product, but seeing as though my laugh lines show through more on the side with the Charlotte Tilbury, I'm going to have to give it up. I am not someone who likes retouching makeup, so I would probably only bring this with me for the mirror. Chloe, baby, mommy is trying to work. Can you please sit? Thank you. Oh my gosh, she's too long, bro. So yeah, I'm gonna be returning this, which I hate because it's not a bad product. So as you guys are watching this, you know that of course every person's review is subjective. It's up to the individual. I still like this product. It's not bad. It's just, I have really oily skin, as you can see. This is 4 hours of not retouching. For me, Laura Mercier all day. So for that reason alone, the fact that the Laura Mercier contains probably triple the product, even a little more. It is a loose powder, but I feel like it keeps me matte a little better, at least at first. As you can see, ultimately I'm going to get super oily because that's just the nature of my skin. But also the fact that I don't have to touch up my laugh lines. That's a big positive for me, that this is going back. But I'm also glad I'm doing this video because you guys know I received a bunch of products from Charlotte Tilbury last year, or one of Charlotte Tilbury's makeup artists. And even though I was gifted those products, I'm always gonna be honest, I have since found probably 5 products from Charlotte Tilbury that I love. But this is evidence that I'm not gonna love everything, and it's okay. I wanted to do this video to let you guys know which one I liked better, but ultimately your decision is going to be up to you. So will you be choosing the Laura Mercier Loose Translucent Powder, or will you be going with the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Finish Powder? The choice is yours, you guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. I am going to go wash my face. I was gonna powder my nose and my face, but I can't wait to take this makeup off. Little known fact, I hate wearing makeup. It just feels so gross on my skin. So I'm gonna go use my cleansing balm and take this off. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. This was fun for me to do. I did not expect the results. Well, I guess I kind of did, but I didn't expect the exact result. I definitely didn't expect for both of these products to contain parabens. And I still don't know how I feel about that, but all in all, I'm really happy with this. I'm glad that I did this test just to see which products I liked better. So thank you guys so much for watching. I love you for watching. I will link both products down below and see you guys in the next video. Bye.